Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition has always been considered to be the most character-friendly version of them all. Many have said that the threat of death or consequences has been severely diminished, and the player characters keep getting more powerful than their last iteration. With the release of the new version of D&D, the 2024 version, fighters can now gain advantage on their targets when they miss, rogues getting their reliable talent even sooner, and giving monks just extra attacks in general. We were thinking about different ways for DMs to run their campaigns, and potentially giving some higher stakes for their players to be concerned about. Partnering up with our fellow D&D tuber, Bob was his name, we've come up with a few ways that you're able to make your encounters feel more intense and meaningful. We will be covering the first two topics, and Bob will cover the latter two in his video. You can check his channel out in the description below. Make long rests matter. Currently, resting in D&D can be done pretty much anywhere. You just open up your bedroll and lie on the ground. Having a campfire is a plus, and in the morning you wake up fresh and get your spell slots and health up to full. We thought up a way that you could add some mix-up to these rests to make it more engaging for players, and potentially adding some consequences to that pesky rogue that fell asleep on the cliffside. Quality of lodging. A proper good night's sleep is required for all adventurers, especially if they want to be on the top of their game in the morning to face whatever evils you may have set out for them. If your party chooses less than an optimal spot to take their rest after a long day's worth of encounters, you may be able to give them partial effects of a long rest. Think of it this way: would I ever want to sleep in this place? Would I get a good rest sleeping among the bugs, stranded on an island with no roof over my head? If the answer is no, you may be able to dish out some back pain in the morning. We've come up with two simple and easy to understand distinctions of what kind of rests we've thought of. Your players will either have a good night's sleep or a bad night's sleep. If they had a good night's sleep, then hooray! Everything proceeds as normal and they regain all of their features, spell slots, and hit points. Now the bad part comes. Introducing the Insomniator, trademark D20 dilemma. This bad boy allows all DMs to fire it at whatever player is sleeping on a tree, poison ivy, or any kind of no-no surface that you deem unacceptable. We've come up with a table for you to use. Obviously, you may alter it to fit your game, but this is what we've thought of. On a Nat 1, your night is dark and full of terrors. The howls from the last season of Game of Thrones still haunts you, so you won't regain anything and will accumulate 1 point of exhaustion. If your players roll from 2 to 5, you are in a constant state of light sleep for the life of you. You keep hearing the screaming goats in the distance and just can't seem to ignore it. You regain half of your health and spell slots rounded down, but do not regain any hit dice. From 6 to 10, your campmates keep rolling into your side of the bedroll and stealing your blanket, waking you up periodically. You regain all of your spell slots and half your hit dice, but only regain half of your hit points. And from 11 to 12, there is no effects. This will make your players more thoughtful on what kind of terrain they are on, and prompts an actual survival search in order to maintain a good night's sleep. Make wounds matter. How it stands in D&D at the moment is whatever damage you sustain, you are able to get rid of at the end of the day with just a long rest. We feel that for more hardcore games, there should be consequences to receiving massive amounts of damage. So we came up with some examples to make those crits linger a little bit more than they already do. Number 1 on the list is light wounds. Light wounds are just standard crits. They still do a number on you, but they are not as dangerous as regular crits. And what comes next? When the enemy deals 20 damage to you, you are inflicted with a light wound. These wounds are persistent throughout combat, but they can be removed with a simple short rest. These wounds may include someone kicking you very intensely in the shin, someone tossing all of their magic missiles, in your right shoulder in particular, or a druid pouncing on you and hurting your back. And number 2, medium wounds. Medium wounds are more potent than light wounds. They are inflicted when an enemy deals more than 40 damage to you. These wounds are persistent throughout the day, but they can be removed with a quality long rest and a good night's sleep. These wounds include a rogue landing a liver shot with his sneak attack, or a potent fireball causing second-degree burns on you. Number 3 on the list, Grievous wounds. Grievous wounds are the most debilitating wounds your character can suffer. These wounds are inflicted when an enemy deals 60 damage to you. They are persistent until you have a designated cleric or healer to get rid of them for you. These wounds include a barbarian landing a deadly crit on you with his great axe, leaving your limb hanging by a thread, a ranger landing an eye shot on you with an arrow, or a divine smite frying you so bad that you have 3rd degree radiant burns. Next time you'll think twice about being a murder hobo. What did you do to have a paladin hunting you down? And that's pretty much it. These are just our opinions, and you are more than welcome to run these wounds and long rests as you see fit. There's no right way of playing D&D, and almost every table has their own house rules. This is just what we cooked up, so feel free to utilize these suggestions. Big thanks to Bob for participating in this video. This is the first time we have ever worked with another D&D YouTube creator, and hopefully we can make more videos together in the future. And to whoever is still watching, you get a quality long rest and all your wounds are healed.